ಸತ್ಯ ಅವರೇ.
ಹಲೋ ಗೆಳೆಯರೇ, ಅಷ್ಟಾಂಗದ ಎರಡನೇ ಸೆಷನ್ಗೆ ಶುಭೋದಯ. ಇವತ್ತು ಎರಡನೇ ಸೆಷನ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಹೋದ ವಾರದಿಂದ ಅಷ್ಟಾಂಗದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲಿಂದ ಯೋಗ ಶುರು ಮಾಡೋಣ. So last week I was discussing benefits of Ashtanga Yoga, and we also discussed health benefits and some of the features of Ashtanga Yoga. We talked about how Ashtanga can build strength, endurance, flexibility, and very importantly, lung capacity and cardiovascular efficiency. Those are the two very important aspects of Ashtanga Yoga. Even though Ashtanga may not appear as cardiovascular, however, it can one can obtain benefits similar to cardiovascular workout because it increases lung capacity by the Ujjayi breathing that we talked about last week. I wanted to go over the Ujjayi breathing once again today because it is a little bit subtle sometimes, and I want to make sure everybody can get it. So let's discuss what is Ujjayi breathing. So Ujjayi breathing I defined last week as breathing that you can feel at the back of the throat. ಗಂಟಲಿನ ಹಿಂಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ we have to feel the air going at the back. So the way to get it, I showed last week as by doing a kind of a practice, just to feel that air. Until you feel that air, most people cannot understand what is Ujjayi breathing. So inhale through the nose. So this is just a practice. Exhale through the mouth. By doing a kind of a practice, just to inhale through the nose. While exhaling through the mouth, in midway you close your mouth. So when you do that, you can actually feel the air swirling at the back of the throat. Once again. So when you feel that, so that is the feeling one should get throughout the Ujjayi breathing. So once you feel that, then you can maintain it while inhaling. So when you feel that, so that is the feeling one should get. So that's the most important aspect of Ashtanga Yoga. So when you do the Ujjayi breathing, you can hear a characteristic sound that is quite different from the nasal sound, when you breathe normally through the nose. So keep that in mind. And then today I want to talk about a couple of other uh, elements of Ashtanga Yoga, uh, which are also important that we bring our awareness to throughout our practice. So I'll be reminding you about this, what are known as Mula Bandha and Udyana Bandha. So these are in English they are known as locks. So Mula Bandha. So what is Mula Bandha? Mula Bandha is the locks that we maintain during the practice, especially uh, at certain asanas. So Mula Bandha is located at the base of our system, at the base of the spinal cord. And for most people, we are not familiar with the Mula Bandha. What is it, how it works, and what are the benefits. So Mula Bandha is located in the perineum of of the human body. So what is the perineum? Most people are not familiar with it. So it is the part um, that is located uh, between the anus and the reproductive system, the genitals. So that part. So for most people, the best way to understand Mula Bandha, as I learned from my teacher, is when you have to go to let's say you have to go to the bathroom and there's none in sight and you want to hold it. So we engage the pubococcygeal muscles, and most of us can recall that. Mula Bandha is a kind of refinement of that. So we don't need the anus and other parts engaged in Mula Bandha. It's a more subtle. So we are just focusing on the perineum muscle. So that's a one way to. So during Ashtanga, we bind it and kind of pull it up. So it's a very subtle, and it comes with practice. So just be aware of that part of your body, especially in certain postures such as downward dog, and then it will naturally come to you. And then the other lock or the bandha is called Udyana Bandha. It is 2 inches below the navel. So in Ashtanga, throughout our breathing during inhalation and exhalation, we kind of pull back on this part of the abdominal region, just below the navel region. So that's also a unique feature of Ashtanga Yoga. So these two bandhas, um, with practice, with refinement, uh, especially Mula Bandha is very important, especially in men, for keeping the prostate gland healthy. As we age, most men develop prostate problems. So Mula Bandha is a really good tool to help maintain the healthy prostate. And women are a little bit more familiar because during childbirth uh, they might have heard about Kegel exercises. So they are a little bit more aware of that region of the body. So there are plenty of benefits with that, especially for men Mula Bandha is known to help with prostate health. So having defined these two elements that we will focus on more today along with the Ujjayi breathing, I wanted to just go over the practice itself, how to develop a good systematic disciplined practice. A systematic and disciplined practice is good for any area, whether it is studies or sports. So in the same way, yoga and meditation, a systematic practice is a must. So even though you may attend this once a week, unless we develop a routine at home, you're not going to see the full benefits, because once a week is not going to cut it. Just like any other areas, yoga and meditation requires dedicated and disciplined practice. So ideally, if we can develop a practice, that is in the morning, before we get on with our life activities, there is less distraction. I think that is the best way to, that is the best time for a yoga and meditation practice. So let's now, without further ado, get on the mat and get on to our yoga practice. So we'll start with the Surya Namaskars, as we did last time. We'll do about 3 A's and 2 B's. We'll start with the Samasthiti position. Bring your feet together, hands to your side, pointing downwards, spine erect, full deep Ujjayi breathing. Be aware of your bandhas, Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. Let's start with Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, hands up, and stretch. Exhale, fold forward. As I mentioned, if your hands are not reaching the floor, keep your hands on the shin or on the ankles or on your knees. Doesn't matter. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back gently. For those of you who may want to use the knees, feel free to do so as a support. If you're not able to hover, you can use your chest also for your support in the front. Inhale, upward dog. For many people, you may not be able to rise like I'm doing, but gently come up as far as you can. And then looking at your third eye in between the eyebrows. This is Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward dog. Then exhale, downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. In this position, we are going to stay for 5 Ujjayi breaths.
Your hands are flat on the floor, fingers spread out. Your feet are about 6 inches apart. Your heels are tending towards the floor. If you're feeling weak, you can come down on your knees and stay like this while we are counting the 5 breaths. Otherwise, it should already be 5. Inhale, step forward, look up, exhale. Put your head down. Inhale.
And exhale. Samasthiti. That's number 1. Let's move on to number 2 with a little bit quicker pace. Inhale, hands up.
Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back. Gently lower yourself using the various options that I have given.
Inhale, upward dog.
Exhale, downward dog. You're going to stay here for 5 breaths, full deep Ujjayi breaths. Your head moving towards the floor and your chest moving towards your feet. Inhale, step forward, look up. Exhale, put your head down. Choose your various options, whatever is appropriate for you. This is too much, you can bend your knees. Inhale.
Hands up, hands touch. Exhale, Samasthiti. Going to move to number 3, Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, hands up, hands touch.
Exhale. Fold forward, empty the lungs. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back. Gently lower yourself.
Inhale, upward dog. Pull your chest up. Open up your chest.
Exhale, downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Keep your spine extending. This is the position where you can engage Mula Bandha. Inhale, look up. Exhale, put your head down.
Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti. So body should be warmed up by now a little bit. We're going to move into Surya Namaskara B, which has a few more steps compared to A. So we're going to start bending your knees. Inhale. Exhale.
Fold forward. Use various options. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back. Gently lower yourself. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. So right now in B, we're going to pivot the left leg and then big step with the right leg. And then you can slowly come up. For most people, you may not be able to come up in one shot. Doesn't matter. But take your time. And with practice, you'll be able to come up with one breath from the floor all the way up to here. This is a warrior pose, Virabhadrasana pose. We'll be doing it later. Exhale. Once again, we're moving down to the floor. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Now, big step with the left foot. And then come. Exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Body is warmed up by now. You can go a little bit more deeper with each exhalation. If you're getting weak, you can come down on your knees, but maintain the breath. If you're still here, inhale, step forward, look up. Exhale, put your head down. Now inhale, bend your knees, come all the way up. Exhale, Samastiti. We're going to do one more B, and then move on into other postures. Bend your knees, inhale, hands up, and stretch if you can. Exhale, fold forward, empty the lungs. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back. Gently lower yourself with whatever appropriate phase you're in. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, with the big right step with the right foot, and come up and touch. Exhale. Once again, inhale up. Exhale. Now big step with the left foot and pivot the right foot to 45 degrees. Exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Five breaths, full deep Ujjayi breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Put your head down. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, Samastiti.
All right. We're really warmed up by now. We're going to move into the first standing asana today, Trikonasana. I think some of us did this last week. Inhale, take it to the right foot out, left foot in, and exhale, lean forward towards your foot. If you can, grab your shin, grab your ankles. For those who are flexible, can grab the big toe with 2 fingers like this, and then look up at the extended hand. Open up your chest. Engage Mula Bandha. Inhale, come up. Switch sides, left foot out, right foot in, and exhale. Once again, as appropriate for your body type and your flexibility, you can grab your shins, ankles, or toes. Final aim is to grab the big toe with 2 fingers, index and middle finger from your left hand, and then look up. The drishti is your extended hand, tip of your hand. So working your abdominal region, your shoulders, your chest areas, all these areas are activated. Inhale, come up, and exhale, Samastiti. Now we're going to go into the second standing pose, Virabhadrasana, by doing a quick vinyasa. Vinyasa is the movement that links some of the postures or each posture from one to the other. So in this case, we're going to do a quick Surya Namaskara. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, look up, exhale. Upward dog, exhale, downward dog. So it's like a Surya Namaskara B, and you come up. And we're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Your knees should be above your ankles, and the back foot at an angle. And then you are looking at your hands, at your thumbs, if you can. Extending the spine all the way up to your hands. Inhale, change sides. Now bend your left knee 90 degree. Left foot out, right foot in. You can be here, can be here. Some of you can be here. Whatever is the appropriate space for you. Listen to your body Do not go beyond your limits. Ashtanga is a lifelong practice, so there is always more to do. It's an incremental practice. If you keep it up every day, you will see the progress. Now look up, exhale, back to the front. Once again, we're going to move into a seated posture by doing a quick vinyasa. Inhale, exhale, and look up, exhale, lower yourself, upward dog, downward dog. You're going to walk or skip to the front or jog to a seated posture so that we can continue into Paschimottanasana. This is a classical yoga posture. It works on your abdominal region. It's supposed to melt your abdominal fats. That's how Krishnamacharya describes in his text, Yogasanagalu. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold forward, bend from your hips as far as you can. Whether you can only up to here, ankles, toes, whatever is fine. As long as you are breathing and with intent. Be aware of your breath. You're gazing at your toes. Inhale, come up, and exhale. Is a Paschimottanasana B. You go a little bit deeper if you can, or you can repeat the same thing until each time you repeat, you can go a little. You can see you will be able to go a little bit more deep. So normally with Paschimottanasana B, we start with A like this, B we go like this. So if you can go a little bit deeper, is is what the intent is from wherever you were with A. Focus, aware, Ujjayi breath. Inhale, exhale. So we'll do a counter pose to Paschimottanasana called Purvottanasana. So once again, there are variations for beginners and a more advanced pose. I will show the beginning pose. Beginning pose, you bend your knees like this and put your head down. If you are able to do it, you want to go a little bit more. You do it with a straight knee. Lift your hips with an inhale and tilt your head back. So for 5 breathing. If you can't, you can shift back to really good exercise for your shoulders. and your legs and your abdominal region. So yoga is a complete exercise for your body from the inside out. Most other forms of exercises are only working on your muscles at the most, whereas yoga works on your internal organs as well as muscles. So it works from the inside out. So we're going to do a quick vinyasa. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, look up. Exhale, and then jump back, jump forward to a seated position. We're going to move into Sarvangasana. Gently lie down on your back. And then lift yourself up, lift from the hip up. So this is the beginning pose. Supporting your hips with your hands. This is the first phase. And keep your legs straight if you can. And you're supporting with your elbows on the ground. If you're able to do that, want to go a little bit more, you can push yourself up. Sarvangasana means all angas are working, all parts, all the organs. So we usually hold it for at least 10 breaths. Gazing at the tip of your nose. Keep your feet active, toes pointed up at whatever phase you're in. Even in this phase, keep the toes up. And then slowly release. Hold your knees to your chest. And then come up. So as we did last week, we'll do a counter pose to Sarvangasana called Matsyasana. You can do it. This is the first phase. Push yourself up with your elbows and put your head back, back like this. And then release. Once again, hold your knees, your chest, and then slowly come to a seated position. We're going to do Adha Padmasana. The variations are you can, for those who are not able to do Padmasana, you can do just a cross leg, or you can do a half lotus like this, one leg up and the other one like a cross leg position. And for those who can do both legs, full Padmasana. Padma Padmasana means binding. So normally the ultimate pose, you bind from behind. If you're not able to bind, just fold your hand at the back and then lean forward as far as possible. First, try to touch your forehead or reach the ground. If you are here, you just stay here with full focused, intent Ujjayi breath. Engage the bandhas. Nail look up. Move into the next posture, classic yogi posture. Lotus position, hands on your knee, index, thumb touching, spine erect, chin to the chest. Engage the Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. Uddiyana Bandha is this position that I was trying to explain earlier, for 2 inches below the navel. And keep that, when you're breathing, it should be held back. So you're pushing it back, but with a subtle force. So only the upper intercostal muscles and the chest area is expanding and contracting during the Ujjayi breath. And then we're going to move into Shavasana, relaxation. So unlike last week, we're going to do a 2-minute Shavasana, and then we're going to do the heartfulness relaxation in a seated posture. Because I think from a heart relaxation in a seated posture, it's easily, we can flow into the guided meditation. So we'll do a quick Shavasana, and then we can end the yoga practice with the Shavasana. So lie down on your back. Hands to the sides, palm facing up. Your feet rolled to the side. And completely let go. There's no Ujjayi breathing here. Breathing is natural. The energy that we accumulated during the practice you're letting body absorb and assimilate it. Let the body sink into the earth. Feel that your muscles are melting into your bones. Let go of the physical body so that you can feel the subtle body. Which is the home and seat of prana, the life-giving force. Becoming aware of this prana within and without is the object of yoga. Going to slowly come out of the shavasana, gently moving your fingers and toes. Bring your knees to the chest. Squeeze. Give it a few rolls. Then slowly roll to the right. Get up into a seated posture. As we discussed last week, if you're not comfortable sitting for 20-30 minutes in this posture, feel free to grab a chair for the relaxation and the meditation portion. Namaste. We'll hand it over to Brother Jagadish for the heartfulness, relaxation, and the meditation portion.
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. ಎರಡನೇ ವಾರದ ಯೋಗ ಶಿಬಿರಕ್ಕೆ ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಕೊನೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರಾದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಅವರು ಕೋವಿಡ್-19 ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಫ್ಯೂ ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನ ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಕೂಡ ಮುಂದೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಅವರು ಬಂದು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಈ ಕೋವಿಡ್-19 ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವರ ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಯೂ ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ we'll keep it for that. Now we'll start the heartfulness relaxation leading to heartfulness meditation. ಓದ್ವಾರ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಸರಳವಾದದ್ದು. All we need to do is close our eyes and bring our awareness into the heart. ಈ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಥಾಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಫೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಗಮನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅದು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಶಕ್ತಿನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಗಮನ ಕೊಡದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ they don't take energy from us and they don't bother us. ಧ್ಯಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಧ್ಯಾನದಿಂದ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So instead of keep thinking there is a source of light in the heart, ಅದನ್ನ ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಡಿ. Try to feel it. It is in all of us, a guiding force which will, you try to meditate with this idea that the source of light is already present and pulling my attention within. Nani relaxation I'll go through step by step, and then we'll meditate for 15 minutes or so, and then we'll break. You maintain a diary if you would like after the meditation, so that you can note down how is your state of mind before, during, and after this meditation. ನಿಮ್ಗೊಂದು ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಎ ಬುಕ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಜರ್ನಿನ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ it's a great tool. So let's begin. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. You can keep your hands however way it's comfortable. Breathe normally. Breathe in and let go. Breathe in and let go. Wiggle your toes. Bring your attention to your feet. Feel the energy from Mother Earth oozing up and guiding you to relax. The energy is entering through your foot and rising up all the way to the top. Feel the energy on your legs rising up. Bring your attention to your calf muscles. Feel the energy relaxing it. Breathe in and let go. Bring your attention to your thighs, hips, and buttocks. Feel them relaxing now. Bring your attention to your abdomen. Breathe normally in a natural way. Feel the abdomen area relaxing now. Breathe in and let go. Gently bring your attention to your lower back. Adjust your position if necessary. Sit comfortably. Feel the energy relaxing your lower back. Bring your attention to your shoulders and your upper back. Feel them melting away relax. Breathe in and let go. Bring your attention to your neck. If you're holding any tension there, relax. Bring your attention to your top of your head, from the tip of your toe till the top of your head. Feel the Mother's Earth energy relaxing you. Bring your attention to your face. Eyes close very softly. Your forehead, your chin, your nose. Feel them deeply relaxing now. Gently bring your attention to your heart. Relax into your heart. Gently give a suggestion or a supposition that there is a source of light which is already present in your heart. And this divine energy is pulling your attention inwardly. If you feel like adjusting your posture during the meditation, feel free to do so. Let's meditate now a few minutes until I say that's all. And I'll request you to gently open your eyes after that and try to be in that state. Try to be one with that state. Let's begin meditation. during meditation, if you're getting any other thoughts, simply ignore them and bring your attention gently back to your heart. Don't try to visualize the light, just try to feel it. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕತ್ತು your neck ಮುಂದೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಿದೆ ಈ ತರ. If you're feeling falling, it is natural. Let the body relax and not interfere with your meditation. If you feel uncomfortable, you can gently open your eyes and softly close and continue the meditation. As you meditate, deeply observe yourself. Mentally make a note of them. Though we are meditating together, our individual experiences can be totally different. So that's the reason I'm not suggesting what to look for. It is your individual journey, each one of you. Though we are in it together. That's all. Gently open your eyes and try to retain this state throughout the day and keep recalling it. The goal of meditation is to start simple and for short and extend it to 24 hours a day. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಪದ್ಮಿನಿ ಅವರೇ? We can start. We'll have Dr. Bangalore address us for a few minutes regarding COVID-19. Thank you.
ಹೌದಾ? ನಾಳೆ ಮಾಡೋಣವಾ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ? ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಈ ಯೋಗ ಹಾಗೂ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಬರುವಾಗ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಅವರು COVID-19 ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬಂದು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಅನಿಸಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನ ಹಂಚ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಯೂ ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದು 2 ನಿಮಿಷಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಡಚಣೆಗೆ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಕಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್.
and they put it under MOOC Bangalore. Yeah, you're mute. You're unmuted. Okay, can you change it? MOOC Bangalore to Bangalore. So. Hello. Do you hear me?
Namaskara, Dr. Bangalore.
Hi there. Everybody is fine? All right.
Good.
Thank you very much, Padmini ಅವರೇ. It's a great.
ಮೊದಲ ಬಾರಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು. ಪ್ರತಿ ತಂಡದ ಸದಸ್ಯರೆಲ್ಲ ಪರವಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ.
Thank you.
ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟಿವ್ ಯೋಗ ಹಾಗೂ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಹೋದ ಶನಿವಾರನೇ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಅವರೇ. ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆನೆ ಈ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ತಗೊಂತಾ ಇದೆ, ಜನರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಭಯ ಇದೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ವೆಬಿನಾರ್ ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಇವತ್ತು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಅನಿಸಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನ ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನು ನಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಹಾಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷ. ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಆಯ್ತು. Good morning to everybody. Now it is time to beat COVID. So we'll all work together and we want to say goodbye to COVID. We call it as in Kannada, Covidaya. Vidaya means goodbye. COVID, Vidaya, Covidaya. So our goal is to get rid of COVID and prevent further transmission of COVID viral infection. So what we are planning to do in future is, under the auspices of Brindavana, we're going to have a seminar and a webinar which lasts for approximately an hour. We'll also try to answer all the questions for you. Today it's going to be a very brief summary, what we are planning to do, and we want to share it with you. Number one, developing an immunity is very, very important. So we have a lot of vaccines in the horizon or at present, which has been used to prevent a disease. Next week, we will talk about different vaccines, and if at all, if there is any side effects, how do we deal with these side effects, what to expect, what not to expect. And then we'll also talk about priorities. Who are the most important people? People above age 65, underlying diabetes, asthma, they have to get first. And the people who are in the healthcare facilities, they are in the priority. However, everybody should get the vaccine. And is there any, we also look at if somebody is a pregnant lady, if she can take vaccine, if not, what's the best time to take vaccine? Somebody is breastfeeding the small babies, is she a candidate? So there are various groups of people, we'll talk about it and guide you through the system. That's one. Next is, we are all from India. We always get some visitors from India, parents, students. Now it is free vaccine, irrespective of your status, whether you're a citizen of America, you're a visitor or a green card holder, it's 100% free. Again, we have to register in the websites to get the vaccine. So we are going to discuss more and more about this during the next visit. And then at the same time, when we have a webinar, we'll also have a chat box where you can throw in your questions. We'll try to answer those questions. Please be tuned for next week, a detailed information on COVID, how to deal with this. And we'll also cover, somebody wants to travel back to India, what all the precautions they have to take, as well as what are all the requirements when you reach India. So we'll also talk about little regarding travel medicine, when to travel, if you really have to travel, and then what best you can do and how to prevent or reduce the incidence of disease. So be tuned. Next week, we'll talk more. Back to you, Padmini.
ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಅವರೇ. ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ವೇಟ್ ಟು ಹಿಯರ್ ಮೋರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಯು ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ್. ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಸಮರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ನೀವು, ಮೇನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದಾವ್ದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ವೆಬಿನಾರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ.
ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳಿದೆ. ನನ್ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಆಗು ತುಂಬಾ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳಿದೆ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಶೂರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರು, ನಮ್ಮ ಬೃಂದಾವನದ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸದಸ್ಯರಿಗೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನಮಗಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಬಂದು ಈ ವೆಬಿನಾರ್ನ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಹಾಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಯೋಗ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಹಾಗೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಧ್ಯಾನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟ ಜಗದೀಶ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ, ಸತ್ಯ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ವಾರ ಭೇಟಿ ಆಗೋಣ. ನಾನ್ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ಬಾಯ್ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಮುಂಚೆ, ನಾಳೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಗಣರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಇದೆ 10 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಈಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಒಂದು ಜಾಮ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಡ್ ದಿನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಟೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಮನೋರಂಜನೆಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಶ್ರಮ ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಖಂಡಿತ ಟ್ಯೂನ್ ಇನ್ ಆಗಿ. ಇವತ್ತೊಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಅಡಚಣೆ ಉಂಟಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಿ. ನಾಳೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಭೇಟಿ ಆಗೋಣ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು, ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
ಬಾಯ್
ಬಾಯ್ ಬಾಯ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್.